Ah, yes. Looks like we're trying to get live. Because it's Sunday. I gotta check like I always do at the beginning right here. And it looks like we are live. We are live right now. Live and direct, everybody. What's going on? Scott Jackson here, representing for Swissbeatbox. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're starting up. And this is, again, Beyond the Beats, official SBX podcast. Thank you guys who already tuned in. We got people from different countries I'm already seeing jumping on here. It's just, it's going to be a good show today. I'm excited for today. And, you know, I might have got the numbers wrong because some people have time changes and time zone changes and falling back a clock or springing forward the clock. But others don't, so my apologies for some people who are looking to tune in a little bit later. But let's get this going. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Scott Jackson with you, live and direct on Swissbeatbox for episode 46 of Beyond the Beats. I'm excited to talk to this gentleman today. He's been smashing it all over the online scene, been killing it, really making a name for himself. I'm impressed with his style. I'm impressed with the originality. I was impressed to learn a lot more about him before this interview, and I'm looking forward to talking to him. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you, I'm going to try to get this name correct. Let me see. Adil Asrar. Repping for Triple Threat. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. ANTILT.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's an honor to be here. Thank you, Scott Jackson and all the Swissbeatbox team for inviting me. It's amazing to be in Swissbeatbox. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Oh man, it's good to see your face. I know currently you're not in your the country that you claim of, Pakistan, because you've currently gone, I believe, back to school and doing some studying, and you're in the Philippines right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's staying up extra late or extra early, the way you look at it, to go and be here with us. So I'm very happy to have you on, brother. You feeling good? You're excited?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling great. Like, it's late, but I feel really energetic. So let's do this. Let's begin.
All right then. Without any further ado, I was gonna say I've been starting this off recently, these shows differently a little bit. Before I would talk right off the bat, but people are already asking, and they always ask this, and I want to hear it too. Are you game to go and start this show off on a good note and drop some beats right away?
Oh sure. How long should I go? What do you think?
Hey, this is your show. So if this is your episode right here. So if you want to drop for a while, you do your thing. I know you put out an 11-minute showcase. You've been putting out long showcases, so you choose how long you want to go, because we'll talk and we can do more showcases later. But I know the people want to hear it. I'm seeing currently people are representing. They're excited for you to go and do it. So people are tuned in with you at 3 a.m. Who is that? Someone said, Brian
awesome.
Christian said it's 3 a.m. here in the Philippines, and they're still tuned in. So it's 4 a.m. in someone else's country, but I unfortunately can't read those characters. So they're excited to go and see it.
Awesome.
But I'm excited to go and hear some beats from you. So, ladies and gentlemen, right here live, Beyond the Beats with ANTILT, repping it super hard. You already know what to do if you're sitting at home. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. ANTILT, go and show them what you do. Come on, in 3.
All right, once again, thank you for having me. Usually when I'm dropping really hard, I need to warm up. So let's begin with something chilly. Chill. What, chilly? Okay. All right. I came from the mud. There's blood on my hand. Strong like a tree. This was where I stand. Oh, I keep trying to catch me howling. Trying to catch me howling. Trying to catch me howling. catch me howling. Star Wars, yeah. Take it up. Something different. Until with the drum and bass. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Let's go. Yo. Coming off right off the top there, smashing it. If you come on this show, make sure you come correct like ANTILT does. Make sure you come correct and crush it. Man, that was killer. Man, that was killer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing more. And yeah, if you guys have any questions throughout this time, make sure that you guys put them in the chat. We're going to be going through the chat, and my good homie Hidefield, big shout out to Hidefield, Ilya for running the stream. But he's going to be going through and picking out some of your favorite questions. But we're going to talk about your career in beatboxing. We're going to talk about how you've came into the beatbox world, your experiences so far, what you're working on currently, and future plans. But yeah, what I've been finding when you were talking to a guy named Cash, El Diablo Cash, on an interview, Beatbox, on the, I believe it was Skype Beatbox interview, you said you started beatboxing around 2015 after watching Marcus Perez on Finding Him on Vines. And I believe the way that Cash said it, which I liked, he said you were inspired for 6 seconds and it just really caught your imagination and started practicing. So could you kind of give an idea of why you were really drawn to beatboxing after seeing Marcus Perez and why you thought you could aspire to be something like him and maybe keep on moving that forward, you know, and taking it your own way?
Oh, you did a lot of research. Okay. Yeah, Marcus Perez. Vine is no more, but you know everyone remembers Vine, and I used to watch a lot of Vines, and they were like a lot of beatboxers, not just Marcus Perez. There were other beatboxers as well on Vine. I just don't remember the name, but there were a lot of them. And Marcus Perez was just like the most famous one on Vines that around that time. And I used to watch his videos a lot. And I used to watch his compilations. I was really into the skill he's doing. Like I was into a lot of skills, like talents that time. Like there was pen tapping, even dancing, even singing, beatboxing. I was learning all of them all together, but just beatboxing was just something that I really worked hard on more. Like I got more inspired. The more I watch Marcus Perez, the more I joined the beatbox groups. I searched beatboxing on YouTube. I saw Codfish a lot. He was called Bunny Fluff that time. Yeah, Bunny Fluff. I used to watch a lot of his videos, and I saw Swissbeatbox. The first battles I watched on Swissbeatbox was Napalm versus LM, I think. Yeah. But Napalm, and also I watch a lot of shoutouts, D-Low from D-Low. These were like the beginning beatboxers that really inspired me, starting to work on more of my, like developing my style in beatboxing. D-Low, Codfish. Marcus Perez was like the beginning, like really that he scratched the surface. And Codfish, D-Lo was like the moment that I wanted to do more than just the simple stuff, because Marcus Perez is simple, but I really love Marcus Perez style. It's like simple, I love it, but I wanted to do more. And D-Lo and who else? Zero, Codfish. These are the guys that really inspired me to do more in my beatboxing. Yeah, that's basically how I started. Around 2015 summers. Yeah, around 2015 summers.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see the progression too, because I always say this with newer beatboxers, you have a line of people that are so good already, and you have tutorials, and you have these communities that you can get a part of. But you said you beatboxed by yourself for a few years, kind of, before you really jumped into the scene. You met this guy Sammy, who introduced you into the scene in Pakistan. Go and pursue beatboxing more with more of your peers. So who did you start, like, online or not online? Because I know you did stuff on TeamSpeak, but when did you start actually meeting up in person with other beatboxers? And maybe were there people around the area that, like, when you were learning, that would also beatbox a little bit to go and have that back and forth with?
The only people I've met in person who actually beatbox was here in the Philippines, not Pakistan. Like, when I started beatboxing, I was still in Pakistan, but I've never met beatboxers in person. For at least for the first 2 or 3 years, I've never met a person, like in person, a beatboxer. The first few months, I was just doing what Marcus Perez does. I was copying what he's doing. I was posting it on Facebook, and then I tried searching Pakistani beatbox because I wanted to meet with the communities. And then in one of the groups, that's where I met Sami. He's a legendary beatboxer in Pakistan. He's one of the first beatboxers in Pakistan that I really know of. Then I met him. Then he introduced me to the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is our main, like, the Pakistani Beatbox Pakistan WhatsApp group is our main, like, you can say our the main community's interaction where it's happening in the WhatsApp group. So I joined that WhatsApp group, and I started jamming with them a lot. Then I saw the TeamSpeak battles. If you remember the rap battles, the
Beatboxrap.com.
Right? Beatbox Rap, yeah, Beatbox Rap, yeah. That's where I wanted to. That's why how I knew about TeamSpeak. I wanted to join TeamSpeak then. Now I don't know exactly how. I think it was like a year after I started beatboxing that I started joining TeamSpeak. Then it was back in 2016, 2017, yeah. Then I started joining TeamSpeak. Then they shifted to Discord, and now Discord is the main thing. Like, TeamSpeak is almost dead, I think. I'm not sure. That's how I. That's how I really migrated from beatboxing by myself to the online scene.
And you still haven't. I think the only time that I could see, I forget what the battle was. There's a battle in the Philippines itself. You said when you were back, you'd only battled maybe once in an non-online. It was 2018 Beatboxology. You got to the semifinal, but I was like, the only time you've been in a live battle. Is that true? The only time you've ever battled live was there?
Yeah, that was the first time I've battled live. That was in 2017, 2018. Yeah, Beatboxology. The concept was basically a 3 rounds battle, like 3 rounds per battle, right? 3 rounds. They were 90-second 3 rounds, and it should be purely musicality. And that city was Manila. It was a bit far from where I was living, but it was still like I was able to go there, and it was a great experience. Like, I had like a bit of stage problem, like my beats weren't coming out powerful. Like, even the judges told me that. And then I battled. The first battle was against IZ Keith. He's a Filipino beatboxer, great guy. And then I went against the current beatbox champion, Roxer Beat. Then he beat me in the semifinals because he was very powerful, very, very powerful. I don't know if they uploaded I don't think they uploaded the videos. They said they will upload the videos, but they didn't. I don't know, there was some technical issues probably. But it was a really sick experience. And that's the only live battle I've had. Like, I've never had any live battles after that or before that. But it was a great experience.
And do you think that now, with the more training that you've done, because you've done like so many different battles online, and the first battles I'm seeing are like 2000, even 16 and 17 is when you start doing battles online. And I found one where it was Pakistan versus India, an online Discord battle versus Rashab. Even you battled that guy, and just
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
but I'm saying you've had so many battles since then online. We're gonna get into that in a second. Do you think now you have you'll be able to translate your style and your like beatbox experience in battles? Do you think that'll translate to a stage if you get the opportunity again to go on stage at like a grand beatbox level or national championship somewhere? Do you think that'll translate now from having all this battle experience?
Yeah, I think so. I was really like, experimenting when I got this mic, this one. I was experimenting like how my sound would come out in the speaker, and I also like tested my style. There was a event here in my college, university. It was last year, and then I did some, I performed some beats of my original beats in that event, and it came out really good. So I'm like really confident on stage that if I went on stage, like I know what to do then. Like before, when I started my first live battle, I did not really know what sounds would come out well. Beatboxology. That's where I really, lost. I lacked the skill, like knowing how to handle the mic, knowing what sounds would come out on the mic. But now I think I do have some knowledge. So I'm really confident if I ever get on stage. Yeah.
And do you have at your where you're living currently? Do you have the availability of a microphone to practice through a little speaker, or is it still just practicing into your headphones? Because that's something that I've found helps out myself personally, but other people as well have told me the ability to have a microphone and kind of practice through a speaker system. It allows you to go and see maybe certain sounds or techniques will come through better because you'll see how to hold the microphone at an angle for live events,
Yeah, I actually do have a speaker for that one, but mostly I use my headphones. But I do sometimes use a speaker just in case. Like usually, I started using the speaker when there was an event and I knew I was gonna perform, and I was testing out the speaker, what sounds would come out well. So I had like a bit of knowledge, and I mean right now I don't have a speaker because I sold it. I'm gonna get a new one, and usually I'm doing it on my headphones because usually I just join online battles. I don't really need it. But whenever if I ever get a chance of joining live battles or performing on live stage, I would definitely practice on speakers first, just to get to know what my style would sound.
Well, I'm excited to go and see you at a live event, man. I'm very much impressed by you so far, and I can't wait to actually see that translate to a live stage. And there's guys
thanks,
like
man.
I had a Remix on, and I had a few other people. It's just it's so cool. It's so cool to meet people that I'm like, I can't wait to go and see you on some of these stages, and I just can't wait to go and see how that's gonna be.
I can't even wait for myself. Like I'm not. I just wanna, I don't know how I would sound really on stage with a really large audience. So I'm really excited to know myself. Like I can't wait for that to happen. So right now I'm really stuck with like college and projects. So once I graduate, which is soon, most probably this year, I hope, and then so I can start joining the live events there at Swissbeatbox or Asia. I don't know.
Absolutely, and yeah, it's just like from when you started doing the stuff again. From what I can see, you started off, and even in 2015 when you very first started beatboxing, I looked through the stuff. I found you did like random beatbox, aggressive beatbox, water drop, and that stuff that you've reposted. And I got to go and see it. I'm like, to see your progression is crazy, man.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I used to. The thing about me, I used to really like show my skill a lot before. Like, even though I was a beginner, I knew I was not like I wasn't that good. I knew it, but I just wanted to get feedback, so to know that if I'm improving or not. Because if I'm not getting any feedbacks, I would not know if I'm improving. So I would really give it, to show to everyone my skill. Even I wasn't really good, I would even beatbox really complicated beats in front of my classmates, and they would laugh. I would laugh with them. I knew there was like, it was kind of funny to them. It wasn't like very enjoyable yet. So I knew from the feedbacks, I knew what to do next. So yeah, I used to post a lot, like, even though I'm really beginner.
No, but I like that as well though, because when you started working on TeamSpeak, and you said that was one thing that really started advancing your skill level, was being able to jam with all these people and exchanging ideas and style. So when you first got into the community and the online scene currently, what can you tell to people that are starting to beatbox? What advice do you give to people that are starting to beatbox right now and they have this online community to go and use as a tool to get better? What advice do you give them once they join online communities? Like, is there places they should go to? Is there an etiquette to it that they should follow? And how do you think is the best? How can they use the online community as a tool to get better, like you did or have so far?
Jam a lot. Yeah, jamming helps a lot. Like, especially if you jam with other beatboxers, you get to learn a lot from them. You if you jam and there's like a feedback, the feedback is very important for me. Like, whenever I have new beats, even before, I would test it out in jams, and if I would get a good response, I would like work on it. And if there's no good response, I would still work on it, because I would think like, okay, this sound does not sound good yet, or this combo or this beat, I would work on it again. And also, besides jamming, battling is also good. I mean, depends on you if you want to be more of a showcase beatboxer, or more of a aggressive battler. Depends on you. If you want to be a good battler, then of course, obviously, battling a lot would help you a lot with the progression, and it will really motivate you getting better. The thing with me is, it will really depend on the beatboxer actually. So it depends on people how motivated they are. For me, my personality is more of like, I can easily motivate myself. Some people cannot really easily motivate themselves. That can be an issue. But for me, I can easily motivate myself. It depends on the person as well. And some beatboxers would come to me. They would say, "Oh, I'm not motivated. I don't, I lose a lot." They easily get demotivated from that loss, or have no feedback. And I would just tell them, just keep doing it. I mean, it's really hard to fix that issue, to be honest. But it depends on the person and the psychology of the person. Okay, this is getting deep.
Get deep. Let's go. I want to hear this.
So yeah, that's basically that's my advice, I guess, for beginners. To jam a lot, just keep listening to professional beatboxers, because my style and my beats, I really hide the inspirations. I don't really hide them. I really get inspired from other beatboxers in my combos and beats, but I shape them in such a way that you don't notice it. So I really like learn a lot from professionals, how they structure, how they place their sounds and beats. Yeah, I would. That's my advice for newcomers. If you want to join online scene, just watch professionals, jam with professionals, battle professionals. Yeah.
And I can also see that was something that I found very interesting that you said. Again, you said that you used to download, and you still might, like, take the YouTube clip, download the videos, and just listen to it as if it were your music tracks. And that's how you would study beatboxers and study the progressions and stuff. And that's such an interesting idea, man. Like, to go and actually take these things and study them for music, like, for as you just walk around listening to them. Obviously, you get better at being able to replicate it.
I used to do that. Like, I don't do that anymore, but I used to do that a lot, because before my university, like in my previous city, my university was really near. I would just walk. It was like a 20 minutes to 30 minutes walk, depends on the traffic and weather. I would really like put on the beatbox on my as a playlist, a beatbox playlist. I would create a playlist, and one by one, I would listen to all the professional beatboxers. I would listen to a lot of D-Lo shoutouts, beatbox rap battles, especially the rounds. I would really listen to it a lot, and I would try to copy those beats. Because one thing I noticed is, if you want to like have a more clean structure, or if you want to work on a sound, you have to come up with a really catchy beat, or come up with a really catchy beat that you want to copy. Let's say if you want to work on double voice, you want to copy Shogo, you come up with a really catchy beat, or watch his video again and again. That kind of makes you want to spam that beat all day. That's what I did. I really watch other beatboxers. I watch it again and again. I would like to spam their beat. I spam their beat all day, and that's how I got the sound, specific sound, cleaner.
And
That's what I did it for.
when you started making, like, again, after doing some replications of different beatboxers and being like, this is a this guy's style beat, this is a, this is a Codfish style beat, this is a D-Lo style beat. Like, when you start going and taking them, those sounds that you learned, and applying them to your own ideas, because you have routines for days, man. Like, so many routines, So when do you start? How do you what would make you choose a song to cover, or as technique, what would make you want to go and cover a song specifically? Talking about covers, what would make you want to go and cover a song that you hear in your own way and interpret it your own way? What's something that makes it stand out for you, a song that you actually want to hear and do that to?
The songs I usually cover they're usually songs that I instantly like the melody instantly. Like, there are some songs that I don't instantly like. I just listen to them again and again, then I like the beat. Okay. And the melodies that I instantly like are usually slow R&B style, I guess. The slow melody type. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Something like you just want attention. This type of this type of melody I would like to cover. Like, it's not that hard to cover. It's easy, and it's just the feeling of vibing with it. Yeah, that's the feeling I want. Music that really wants me to vibe as I create the cover, because I want to cover something that I want to enjoy. That's basically how it was.
Is that what you want your audience to go and feel when they listen to you? You just want that vibe, that connection to go and build with?
Yeah, that's what I aim for, actually. I really like the listeners to really vibe with. I don't want them lost in my routines. Like, there are some beatboxers who do really good covers. Sometimes they make you get lost. I just don't want that to happen. I just want everyone to stick to the melody I started and up to the end. That's basically what I want for my beats. And I try my best. Sometimes I don't get it, but I try my best.
Well, I think that definitely comes through in your one I've been listening to. And again, the more attention you started getting is like 2017, 18. And it's also, I like the story that they wrote in on one of your first shout out videos for Beatbox Pakistan, is that you sent in a video and it had poor lighting, and they were going to use it in 2016, but they said you have to work a little harder to go and get the shout outs. So then you work a little harder, you start getting that shout out, put it up there. And what did it mean for you to go and start getting these shout outs posted from, I know you did one for Beatbox India, you did one for Beatbox Pakistan, you started getting shout outs that you start sending out to different people because they know you from the online scene. So again, if you're looking for feedback, that's definitely a way to go and get more feedback, is to a wider audience. But how was it for you to start getting those shout outs started and putting your stuff out there to a larger portion of the of the worldwide audience?
At first, I did not really know how to record the equipments and everything. I had no idea. Like, I did not know the rules in recording a shout out. So I was like, place my camera here, and then I started recording. It was dark. The quality was bad. That's why most of my videos got, they weren't like interested in. I even shared a shout out for Beatbox All Stars. I don't know if you know that channel.
Yep.
Then they were like, the beatbox is cool. It's just the quality is like this. Okay. Sometimes I get demotivated to send again, but I kept, doing it because I knew I was gonna get better. That's the thing about me. I don't easily get demotivated because I knew I'm gonna do good next time. So as the first shout out that came out, I think it was smaller channels, I believe, not Beatbox India. It was, I think, Beatbox Club, one of the first shout outs, Beatbox Club or India, and then there was Beatbox Pakistan as well. It felt good. Like, that is the time I started joining beatbox rap eliminations battles, and I started getting a bit of recognition in the online. Not much, but a bit. It was enough for me. It was enough for me to get motivated to do more. So it felt really good. And I started working more I wasn't really focused on getting shoutouts out there. I was mostly focused on jamming online and joining battles.
And some of your early on shoutouts too got featured on humanbeatbox.com. You came top 2 in the top 10 that they had for one of your shoutouts and stuff from humanbeatbox.com. I saw too, which is pretty big for, again, one of your early on shoutouts, just to go and get that recognition.
Yeah, that was the Beatbox International shoutout, I think. I
Yes.
believe it was the Beatbox International, and that was shocking. Like, I did not expect that to like top 2. Like, whoa! And I was really like excited. I shared it everywhere. I was talking to my friends about it, and they were shocked as well. And it was really a good feeling. I sent that shout out to Beatbox International, not expecting much, but it really, I was really happy with my performance there, and it really, gave me a recognition boost, you can say. A lot of people started getting to know me, and I started joining more battles, and I guess the Beatbox International shout out was one of the starting points. I started improving really fast. I felt like improving really fast.
Yeah, and then again, moving to 2018 and 19 is when I see you start battling. Like, you were battling before online, but 2018-19 is when it really kind of starts ramping up, and you you battle on Beatbox Union versus people like Coin and Rebound. You go on Beatbox Infinity versus Fems. I saw you battled Cloud on there too, and Cloud obviously goes on to much success. Beatboxrap.com, Beatbox International, and you start battling some bigger names and you actually start taking some W's too. So when was the first time you won a full tournament of a beatbox battle? Because I saw multiple battles in 2019 where you battled the online beatbox battle as the tag on YouTube, but you start actually winning. When did that actually start happening for you? And like, kind of, I feel like anybody who wins a tournament, you start to get that confirmation more of like, okay, I am improving. I can do better. I can go and achieve more. So it pushes you. But when did that start happening if you actually win like a full tournament?
The first the tournament that really motivated me to battle more was the beatbox rap tournament. I was against AFQ in the finals, and that tournament it really boosted my motivation. You can say that it really encouraged me to do a lot more with my style, and that's like the beatbox rap tournament was actually my second tournament. The first one, I went against Vincent, the first Filipino beatbox champion, but that wasn't recorded. I think they had some technical issues, and I won that one as well. The second tournament I joined in beatbox rap was actually recorded and got uploaded, and that really meant a lot for me, because when some battles got uploaded, I'm really happy my name was in the beatboxrap.com channel, and the battle was there. I was really happy because I would watch their battles a lot, and I would one day I'll be there, and one day I will win that one of the battles there. And it happened, and it really motivated me to join more tournaments and battles. And there were like other small tournaments, I just don't remember. I joined a lot of tournaments, so just the major ones. I just remember the first major tournament I won was the beatboxrap.com, and it was against AFQ, and it was a really fun battle.
And then you get into Beatbox Talks Championship, where you get revenge and you beat AFQ, but then you go up against Article, the artist formerly known as Article, actually, rather. Shout out to But that's something that I start seeing is 2019 is where you start getting these people to start seeing you more in these larger battles, and even seeing D-Lo reacting to you. There's a video of D-Lo reacting to you from just a Discord thing that you did, and he was one of the guys that you said first inspired you. So again, the idea of working hard until your inspirations become your peers is something that I find is evident in this case. And like, just for yourself, what does that do motivation wise to start battling bigger names and battling people like Zero, where you've had a bunch of battles with Zero now, and you get into the world champs and Grand Beatbox Battle online edition, which you did smashingly well at? But how does it start feeling to get into some of these huge events, the online scene, the way it's been for obviously during these times, but like to go and battle people that you looked up to and get into these things where you get the opportunity to go and showcase on even bigger scales,
Oh, it's really it feels really great. Like whenever I'm joining a tournament, like first of all, I if I get in a tournament, the big major tournaments, I get really happy. The Beatbox Talk Championships, I got like top 17. I was this close getting top 16, but I wasn't really sad. I was still happy because I got that high spot. But then they gave me the good news that I think Pac Max wasn't joining, or I forgot. Someone just dropped out, and then it was me going to the top 16. I was really really happy. It's time for me to showcase, because whenever I'm joining tournaments, it's not about for me that like I have to win. It's more about like showcasing what I have. I really wanna, even if I lose the first battle, I just wanna give them a show. Like I wanna show what I came up with, my routines. I wanna get recognized with my style, not because of my winnings, because winnings can happen later and before. It's just how I beatbox. That's what matters. That's I wanna put out there. And then when I started joining the other big tournaments like Grand Beatbox Battle, which I did not expect getting in at all, did not expect at all, and that was really crazy. I just went with the showcase routine at the eliminations, and they liked it. I'm really glad, and it was a really fun experience. My first battle against Zero, that was the first time I battled Zero. Yeah, that was the first time I battled Zero, and I was very nervous. I was very very nervous. I don't know if you noticed in that battle, I was sweating, and but I was lagging as well. I was nervous about my sound quality and the internet. Wait, I think the internet was fine. The mic was bad. I think the mic wasn't the sensitivity of that mic wasn't good or something. I don't know. I was nervous about that, but it was still fun because I saw the judges like my beatboxing, and that's what I'm aiming for. I really like. I want the people to like what I'm doing, because if they don't like it, I want to improve until they like it. Like I'm forcing them to like my stuff, and I'm just kidding. It's just that's why I join these big competitions. Even if I lose big competitions, I'm happy that I performed well. And most of the big tournaments, I did perform well, and I'm really happy that I made it that far. And it's really it feels great to improve and join bigger competitions. Coming up with newer beats. Yes, it feels great.
Yeah, man, the progression again is still going on, from Beatbox Talk Championships to World Championships 2020 online. Big shout outs to also the beatbox community every single time. Decoy representing hard. Beatbox International, you go on, you have another one where you meet Vokoda, and he takes you out, but then you meet a small final with Zero in a split decision, which is again such a close battle. But you beat Bizkid and Ping Pong Po in that one in one run, and you got third in the Casablanca Royal Jam. Online World Champs did amazingly again. It's just it's crazy, man. You've been just progressing, and even got to the finals. Last battle, I think the last battle, but one of the last battles at Mouthmaster that Hershey ran. You got into the finals in that one. So I mean, you can just see you progressing, and all the way to last year, 2020, you get an official first shout out for SBX, and like that's something that everybody's told me whenever they get their first one. They're just like that feeling of being like, okay, I've made it to Swissbeatbox. So after online battling aside, what does it mean for you to go and get onto Swissbeatbox, and just that feeling and that response, getting that representation of yourself out there?
It felt great. Like a lot of people were already telling me, like 1 year before the shout out was, they were telling me to contact Papuni, contact Swissbeatbox for a shout out. I'm like, wait, not yet. I have to come up with something. I have to be really really good, and then I'll send a shout out to Swissbeatbox, because if they're gonna put my shout out there for the first time, I just want people to know, if the people are gonna listen to me first time, I just want them to be impressed. I want them to be surprised with my stuff. And that's why I was waiting. I was waiting to be like very, very good. I mean, I'm still like, I'm still trying to improve myself, especially nowadays, because there's like, college stuff and really busy. I don't get time for practice anymore. But for that shout out, I really wanted to be really consistent with my beats. I was practicing, and I'm like, okay, this is the time. I want to give a shout out. So I contacted Papuni, and he gave me all the directions and all the stuff I need to do. And once my shout out was out, I was very happy. I kept watching my own video. I kept rewatching it, replaying it. I'm studying from it as well, like the mistakes I did or what I could have done. But I'm still really happy with my performance there. And I did not expect it to be that long. I was just performing, and I did not expect the shout out to be very long. It was like, I think 7 minutes above.
Yeah,
7
you
or
did
8 minutes.
three full routines in it.
Yeah, 3 full routines, and I did not expect it to be that long. I was like expecting around 5 minutes. I was really like, enjoying what I was doing. Just like that 11 minutes showcase, I did not expect it to be that long. But once you start enjoying your beatboxing, you just get lost in track of time, right?
I agree. People get lost in freestyle. People get lost in their own routines, and as soon as they get that feeling and they start just going with it, you start feeling that flow, like you said, and you said get them into the flow. So you definitely did that. I wanted to ask you too, before I go on to some other parts of this interview, I wanted to go and ask you 2 things. One, do you have ambitions to go and battle in the Philippines and or in Pakistan? Can you talk to me about the actual beatbox scene that's going on there? Because I haven't seen, I might be wrong on this, but I haven't seen I haven't seen battles there that they set up live. And you said that it was someone named Asfandiar who did
Junejo.
He did a show on the Sari Lottie show in 2010 and kind of got some attention where people might start beatboxing a little bit because of him. But can you kind of just explain the scene in Pakistan, and also do you think that you'll go back and maybe set up battles or take part in national championships if they have them?
Definitely, yeah. I was actually I was going to join the Philippines Beatbox Championship, the last one where Dilo LM judged, but it was so far. Like, it was in Davao City, which is a different province, and Philippines, there are like different islands, and you have to take a plane. It was really hard, and had the university as well, so that was I was gonna join it. But in future championships, probably I will join if I have like the chance. For Pakistan, Asfandiar Junejo was I guess you can say one of the first Pakistani beatboxers that got recognized within Pakistan. But like if you search Pakistani beatboxers, there will be Asfandiar Junejo. I don't know about now, but before, Asfandiar Junejo would come out in the results, and I was really like searching about his style. He's a legendary beatboxer in Pakistan. He doesn't beatbox much now, but legends. He's also one of the inspirations of me trying to contact my community, beatbox community, and the community in Pakistan. There are a lot of underrated beatboxers actually in Pakistan, but they're more of you can say showcase type beatboxers. Like, they're not really battle oriented. I guess you can say that they were really inspired by a lot of some of them are inspired like musically. They're very musical beatboxers in Pakistan, and that's why they're showcased. And they're not even interested in battling much. I try to convince them, to at least jam, but they just don't like. They just want beatboxing for themselves, and they're really good. Actually, they're very, very good. They just don't come out much. So that's why Pakistan scene in the battle side is not that big. There is some battles in the capital city, which is Islamabad. I think there's a upcoming battle soon there, but that is only for Islamabad residents. But if I went back to Pakistan, I would definitely try to set up a tournament. So at least getting all the big names like Roham. He doesn't beatbox anymore. I mean, he doesn't beatbox like online anymore. He doesn't come out anymore much. But I can do my best to bring these people all together and have like a really big jam or tournament. I don't know.
Love to see it, man. I'd love to see more people getting exposure and getting the opportunity to showcase, man. It'd be dope. But I'd love to also see, man, there's very few people that, because you had the upbringing of both countries, and you have you've spent time in both countries and lived in both of them. So I think it'd just be dope to go and if you were to succeed in being able to win them both, be a national champion in each country.
You know, I was some Pakistani members in the beatbox community. They told me to why don't you, like, at first I wasn't trying to join the Philippine Beatbox Championships, but they were telling me to join it. I'm like, but I'm representing Pakistan. What will happen if I ever become the Philippines champion, or if I join the Philippines? Because I do have a passport. Like, I am a Filipino citizen because I was born here, and I am also a Pakistani citizen because my father is from Pakistan and I spent a lot of time there. So they're very supportive. My friends in Pakistan, beatboxing friends, they told me, why not just go get the title and you can come here in Pakistan and win that as well. You'll be 2 champions.
Do it. Someone just said, Fahad Ali just said, we're actually having a battle in Pakistan tomorrow. So good luck to everybody that's in that battle. Big shout outs to you guys.
Yeah. I think that's the Islamabad Beatbox Championship I'm talking about. It is tomorrow already? Okay. No, I think I've been very busy with college. I haven't been in touch with them, to be honest. The college has been attacking me with a lot of projects.
Good thing I kept you informed.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Fahad Ali and Scott Jackson.
Yeah. But yeah, also so you have ambitions of battling live. You're obviously going to go and try to battle in large scale tournaments, international. I saw you put out wild cards for Grand Beatbox Battle, and you've put out wild cards for a bunch of different championships. Asia Beatbox Championships would be dope for you as well. Big shout outs to Mike Lee and everybody there. And also I see Beatbox Worlds, you put one out. So big shout outs to all the Koreans that are setting that up as well. And I'd love to go and see you in these opportunities to go and battle live. I want just to go and talk a little bit more one more time about the way that you musically, how do you keep, what do you do for your tones, and what do you do for practicing when you have the time and you're not bombarded with school stuff? But like, are you musically trained? Do you play piano, guitar? Is there music training that you had beforehand, and that's the reason that you're keeping in key? Because I find with a lot of your beats, you're in key and it doesn't fluctuate. You don't go off key. You actually can hear the notes coming out properly. So on the musical side of things, not technically speaking, or everyone, there's a big conversation to be said about that. But I just mean note-wise, did you have previous musical training before you actually started beatboxing, or have you picked up some musical training to go and be able to hit those notes correctly?
Not really. My mom used to say when I was like very young, I don't really remember it, but she would say I would sing a lot, and I would love music a lot. And then I do remember singing before when I was young, probably like 8 to 10 years old. Then I stopped singing, and then I started singing again when I started beatboxing because of Marcus Perez again. Like he sings with his beatboxing and musical. I'm really motivated by this musical idea of beatboxing. And as for instruments, I tried playing piano and guitar, but it wasn't like too much of training, I guess. It was just, baby steps for me in those instruments. But other than that, no training at all. I don't know. I just listen. I love music. I listen to music a lot. The thing, I guess, that really helped me is noticing the details. Like when I'm listening to music, I'm noticing the notes, how they, when they're singing, the levels of their notes, how it changes and how they stay in that note. I noticed that one, then I implement that idea in beatboxing as well. So I do listen a lot of my musical beats, even though they're original, there are some of them are inspired by some musical music in general. There are some songs out there, some singers who sing that way, and some of my notes are inspired by them.
Well, it's coming through, and you can. I don't know. I'm very impressed, man. I genuinely want to hear you one day on the live system and hear you in person. I look forward greatly to that, and I think that a lot of people do as well.
I would love that. My style is mostly like showcasey, so it'll be really interesting to see how I sound on stage.
I think you're gonna crush it, my friend. I think you're gonna crush it.
Thank you.
Right now, though, I want to get into another section. Right now, I want to get into Beyond the Beats. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to ask you them in a rapid fire manner. So I want you not to think about it too much, and I want you to answer as quickly as you can, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, right here live and direct, episode 46, Beyond the Beats, we have ANTILT, and this is rapid fire. First question. Who is your current favorite solo beatboxer?
Current favorite, Zeka, at the moment.
Who is your current favorite tag team in the beatbox world?
Spider Horse.
Who is your current favorite loop station artist?
At the moment, it's gotta be Biscuit, Alex.
Who is your current favorite group or team?
A lot of people would say Barry One, but I actually like Beatbox House a lot.
Okay. What is your current favorite sound?
Sound. Current favorite sound. Polyphonic.
Going back a little bit in your lifetime, who was your favorite soccer player, or who is your favorite soccer player?
I haven't watched soccer in a long time. I guess Messi.
Okay. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Randy Orton.
What is your favorite old school video game?
Old school video game. Super Mario.
What is your favorite current game to play? Because I know you live stream.
Valorant.
Which character would best describe you if you had to be a character from The Walking Dead?
Daryl. I don't
know. What character is your favorite from Game of Thrones?
Gotta be I like Jon Snow, yeah, a lot. Jon Snow.
What is the best food in Pakistan, in your opinion? Best dish?
Biryani, chicken biryani.
And your favorite Filipino food?
Chicken adobo, so chicken again.
And last but not least, who do you think is going to win the SBX kickback battle?
I think it's gonna be D-Lo.
Rapid fire. Ladies and gentlemen, that was rapid fire questions with Mr. ANTILT. Thank you very much.
All right.
Next up, these are questions from
my friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni
has a few questions for you. And I saw Ping Pong Po in there. Big ups to Ping Pong Po. And if you guys right now, once again, if you have questions, I can see it. Just put them in the chat. And also we'll get my main man Ilya Heidfeld to go through and find some more. He's already sent me a few. But these are questions from
my friend Papuni.
First and foremost, this is more of a statement. He'd like to say, he thinks you seem like a very nice guy and always so calm. He has a lot of respect for you, and it was an honor to get a shout out for you. He would really want to know, first and foremost, right off the gate, would you be down to do another SBX shout out sometime soon?
Definitely. I was already thinking about it, actually. I think, why not?
All right. Next question from
my friend Papuni.
He has another question. Okay, so if you had to pick, which battles would you want to battle in? Here we go. What battles do you want to go and battle in the real world? What's the most important, like for you physically, not online? Which battles in real life, when they come back, do you want to go to the most?
I really want to join the SBX camp. And they have these 7 to Smoke and, student battles. I want to join them a lot. Like, I want to meet other beatboxers and showcase my talent as well.
That's a solid answer. SBX camp, super, super, super dope. I always highly recommend to anybody the opportunity to get to go take that opportunity. Another question from
my friend Papuni.
My friend Papuni
wants to know, currently, what do you think of the online community? Is there anything... I kind of asked you this before, but he wants to go and ask, just in general, from when you started to where it is now, how have you seen the growth and where do you think it's going?
I think the online community has grown a lot, especially this 1 year of the pandemic. you see a lot of beatboxers progressing really, really fast. Like I see a lot of new beatboxers out there and in the online community, and they're really like giving it their all, because they're basically all at home. They all have that time to practice and train and to watch other beatboxing videos. And I think yeah, it's definitely growing. And the one evident for it, like the evidence for showing its growth is the, you can say, toxicity level is also growing. And it's not a really good thing, to be honest, but that's one evidence of a community growing, when the negative side also growing with it. And we're trying our best to eliminate that negative side. But yeah, it is definitely growing, and it's really cool to see its growth. Like just like SBX Kickback Battle, it's purely online, and I really like the concept. Papuni is coming up, and Swissbeatbox Team is coming up. Really great concept for the online, and I love it. It really gives chance for other beatboxers as well, like me.
Well, it's been good. It's been nice to go and learn of new beatboxers from my end, and I've said this a bunch of times, but it's also great to go and see more people get involved. But I will say I agree with you. If you're going to write stuff online, people, you better hold yourself accountable, even though you can be somewhat anonymous online. I wish that people had more accountability, because it's a shame for people to talk so rudely and be such a bad representation. We can do better, strive better, people. But anyways, moving forward, another question from
my friend Papuni.
He wants to know, oh, there you go. Will you, because currently I know you're in school, you had studied to be somewhat like Zero. You had studied originally to be a doctor, and I believe you're doing engineering right now of some sort, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, electronics engineering.
So, are you planning on doing this beatboxing? Is that my friend Papuni? My friend Papuni also. He wants to know, is beatboxing something you would consider doing full time if you had the opportunity?
If I had the opportunity, not. I don't think so. I still consider it as like my main hobby, and I still consider my main career to be like in electronics engineering. That's why I'm really like focused on like my projects and all, and I'm not really focused in beatboxing anymore. Like a bit only. Once I'm done, I'll be focusing on beatboxing. But currently, for my studies and my college, because I'm graduating soon, so I need to focus on it. And I still consider my main career to be electronics engineering. But as a main hobby, I will still do my best to be a big part of it. Basically, yeah.
I like that answer. That's a very, very well thought out way of doing it, because as long as we get to go and see you on some live stages, I'm happy. And as long as you keep on enjoying it. Another question for
my friend Papuni. My friend Papuni.
He wants to know, who would you like to collaborate with? What beatboxers? Give me the top three. He asked just for one, but I'll say top three beatboxers you'd like to collaborate with for a video.
For a video, like tag team.
Yeah, if you were to do a video with another beatboxer.
I would say two musical beatboxers would be great. So, I mean, I don't consider myself full musical, more of aggressive musical, but dudes would be great. D-Lo, because of his amazing, unique sounds. And there's one Filipino beatboxer. I don't know if you know him, Hooked. He doesn't come out much, but he's actually the winner in that beatboxology. He won that whole tournament, and he's a really great beatboxer, and we jam a lot. I was streaming with him earlier as well, and his style and my style kind of similar, that aggressive musical style. So it would be really great to tag team with that guy.
All right, I'd like to see those happen. Last question from, actually,
my friend Papuni.
This is how he usually ends these off. He usually just goes and makes more of a statement. He says he really hopes one day you guys can meet in person and that you find a way to come to Grand Beatbox Battle this year. He would really enjoy to go and meet you and looks forward to the opportunity of seeing you on a stage. He wishes you the very best with all of your goals. Much love from your friend Papuni. My friend Papuni.
Thank you so much, Papuni. You're awesome. Yeah, I'll do my best to meet you guys there. All the Swissbeatbox team and all the other beatboxers, and I just it's a dream it's my main hobby. It's one of my dreams. Yeah, I really hope someday I'll do my best. Thank you so much.
Looking forward. Looking forward to it. Now we get to questions from our audience members. So questions that we have from the audience, and again, big shout outs, Ping Pong Po slapping it up in there. He's been crushing it. But yeah, questions from our audience right here that have been watching. Someone wants to know, who would be your favorite beatboxer to battle in real life?
In real life, like on stage, right?
Yeah.
Favorite beatboxer to battle. I would say I really like energetic, battlers. So B Art is very energetic on stage. I would love to battle B Art. D-Lo as well. Who else? I think Codfish is very energetic on stage as well. Yeah, these guys I would love to. And basically anyone like the top ranked beatboxers nowadays. If anyone, I would battle them on real life. That would be dope. That would really be dope. But those three guys, B Art, D-Lo, Codfish, the one more energetic on stage, that would be really fun.
Those would be tight. All right. Another question, Ish, from our audience. They want to know if you... Okay, here you go. Who are your top 3 favorite Asian beatboxers?
Top 3 Asian beatboxers. Wing. I love Wing's style. He is amazing.
So dope.
Yeah, so dope. Currently, right? Currently, I saw a Wing video recently, right? He came back or something. Real dope. Currently, who would say Asian beatboxer? I love Cloud's style as well. He's dope. Cloud is dope. Here, I would say I was really obsessed with the style of Dice from Makori. Dope beatboxer. Yeah.
Dice is dope. Dice is dope. And I think you're right. Wing finished his military service and he's back out, or has the opportunity to go and do more of it. So big shouts to Wing.
That's awesome.
More questions from our audience. Someone wants to know, Sheru 1010, I think was the thing, wants to know, do you like anime? And if you do, what is your favorite anime?
Oh, if I say my favorite anime, please do not come in my DMs and spoiling me, please. I watch currently Attack on Titan. I think that would be my favorite anime at the moment. But I haven't watched it all yet. I'm still watching it whenever I get free time. Yeah, that's my current favorite anime, Attack on Titan.
Okay, well, I know very little about the anime world, but according to you, that's the best. That's just your favorite one. I like it.
It's really good.
Another question from our audience. Who is a beatboxer, in your opinion, that is super underrated and deserves more recognition?
Super underrated. There are a lot of beatboxers. I mean, I only know online beatboxers because I'm really mostly in touch in the online scene. I would say GTS. There's GTS, super underrated. There's Max from Israel. Yep. Super underrated as well. Who else? And these two come in mind. Osis. Yeah, Osis. Pretty underrated beatboxer. I battled with him earlier. I lost to him. He's really, 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 really good. Yeah, these three really come in my mind at the moment. I haven't been jamming a lot, but the moment I jam, I see these three guys. Also Zirpa. Yeah. Zirpa is really underrated. Yeah, there are a lot of underrated beatboxers online. You should check them out.
Shout outs to all of them. That's a good list. Ping Pong Po wants to know. I'm going to have to make that a section just because it rhymes, and I think he'd have a good question. Ping Pong Po wants to know. If you could bring back 3 OGs who are not active in the scene anymore, who would they be?
Oh, good question, Ping Pong. Shout out to Ping Pong Po. 3 OGs. I would say Slither. I don't know if he's active, but I really love his style in the musical, Slither was Ball Z. 3 OGs, let's say. Darnie is active in the social media part, but I would really like to, hear more of his stuff live on stage, maybe on battles. That'll be dope. Yeah, these 3 guys.
That is a solid list. All people that I love and have great admiration and would love to see them battle again as well. And I do think you're going to see I know Slizzer, and I just had Mathematic online last week's episode, so they're definitely going to be jumping into some battles. They qualified for the Grand Beatbox Battle 2020 World League, so they're going to be on to the next one, hopefully when it happens, and that's going to be super, super dope battles. Then I'd love to see them back on.
Awesome.
One more question that I'm going to read right now. Right from okay, I'll give you two. This just came in. Someone wants to know: did you clear your microprocessor exam? Did you clear your microprocessor exam? I don't know what that means because I'm not an engineer in any way, shape, or form. But did you clear your microprocessor exam? That's from Amnan Beatbox.
My process. What? Yeah, I do have a subject at the moment, microprocessor, and there are no exams. Usually, we are doing all activities. We're doing practical activities with Arduinos and the electronic gadgets I have, and yeah, if there is an exam, it's after like a week probably. So I'll be doing it. Don't worry. I'm focused. I'm really focused on my project. So thank you for your concern.
All right. Well, those are questions from our audience. Thank you guys once again for tuning in right here live and direct. We are on Swissbeatbox. We're on Beyond the Beats. This is episode 46. And something that I'm going to go and ask you once again is, do you have some more beats for us to go and end this off on? Because I want to give you the opportunity to showcase some more if you have the energy. I know it's really early for you, but people have been asking me throughout this entirety, and they really want to hear some more. So if you have however long you want to go for, man, the field is yours.
Okay. Should I start now?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what to do. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. Getting hyped up because it's ANTILT coming at you live and direct on Beyond the Beats in 3.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Swissbeatbox team, Scott Jackson, for having me here. Yeah, I think I do have some energy left. It's still late, but I'm feeling pretty energetic. But so let's go. Okay. Admit it, you can't stand the heat. Your legs on fire cause you dance on my beat. Dance on my beat. Hardcore. Hey. Something simple. One last routine. Go on, baby. What's really on your mind? Why you still watching me? Then I can save off this sometimes, but this post truth starting to unkind. Time is a thief, and as I speak, stole away all the good years that I keep. celebrate and dance. Come on. It's a celebration. Love it when I hit it like a. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Once again, if you jump on Beyond the Beats, you come correct like ANTILT did right there. You slap up them freestyles. Fish. Jeez. Wow. Well, sir, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything that I'm missing that you wanted to talk about we haven't talked about today before we jump off?
I just want to thank you guys again. I mean, this is just a great opportunity for me, you know, to express my feelings about beatboxing. So yeah, thank you for the ones who's watching. I don't know, it's pretty late, probably late for you guys, wherever you are. So good morning, good night, good evening. And thank you so much, Scott Jackson. Thank you so much, Swissbeatbox team again. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. And before we jump off, I know that you've been streaming gaming. I know you've been streaming jamming. I know you've been putting out reaction videos. I know you've been putting out the opportunity for learning a really in-detailed tutorials. So where can people go and see your YouTube channel? I know we're going to have the links in the description below, but where can people follow you on Instagram and any social media that you're using like YouTube? Where can people follow you?
Yeah, my YouTube name is just ANTILT. You can just search it. You can my YouTube name will be there, and I have some tutorials on there. You can check out tutorials, and if I have some reactions, I guess you can check out my reactions and some analysis, some brief analysis of the videos or battles. And you can also check out my Instagram. I post a lot of beatbox videos there, so check it out. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Actually, before we jump off, I got two things I forgot about. Number one, and this is something I couldn't find because I think it's just a nickname, but I might be wrong. Where did you get your nickname ANTILT from? What is the meaning behind that?
Oh yeah. Oh, so in the beginning, my nickname was Mjolnir, like the Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. That was the nickname I was using in games. I wasn't beatboxing that time. And when I got the name ANTILT, I wasn't beatboxing as well. This ANTILT name was for my CSGO nickname because I wanted to play really good in CSGO and I wanted a gaming nickname. So what I did was I wanted a unique nickname that had no meaning at all. So what I did is I searched my name Adil in Google Translate, and I was scrolling down different languages. I was, scrolling down different languages of my name's translation, and there was a language, I actually forgot the language, and the translation of that language of my name was ANTIL without the T at the end. So ANTIL. Like, okay, that sounds cool. I just add the T at the end, it will sound ANTILT, which means nothing to be honest, but it sounds cool. I just went with it, and that's pretty much it.
It's a solid story because I saw some of the videos where you were doing the CSGO that you put up there, and I was like, I'm trying to figure out where you got the name from, but I couldn't figure that out. I tried my best though, but that's a good story. That's a personal one, and I like it. And one last thing, do you have any questions for me? Any questions? Someone wants to go. Ping Pong Po wants to know what's your Valorant tag.
Oh, Valorant. It's ANTILT #BBX. Yeah, add me.
If you guys play that game, try to go and play with him. I do not play the game. I know my buddy Heat does though. He has played it, so he showed it at me at his house. Pretty crazy. But yeah, do you have any questions for me? Random question, can be whatever you want. I'll answer anything you want to know.
Oh, how is the? I was actually going to ask this one. How's the pandemic situation there? And you live in Canada, right?
Correct. Currently, it's been up and down. I live in a very populated area of Canada, so I live in Toronto, and that is just a lot of precautions are being taken. They're currently rolling out, trying trying to keep everybody safe. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional, so my opinion and my thoughts on things, I try to go and at least take professionals' advices. And I'm open to listening to people's conversation, but I really don't want to see anybody get hurt. So currently, they've been a lot of lockdowns and not a lot of live things happening, unfortunately. But soon enough, you'll be hearing me saying the 3 and people saying, and we'll be having shows going on.
I cannot wait. Yeah, I actually think you have like one of the best hosts we have probably the best host we have in Swissbeatbox. So
Appreciate that.
can't wait to hear you live again. 3, 2, 1.
I can't wait to introduce you, my friend.
Oh.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 46, Beyond the Beats. Make sure that you guys keep on checking out what's going on because Swissbeatbox just passed 4 million subscribers. A huge, huge monument. Big shout outs to Papuni. Big shout outs to everybody that has to go and make this thing happen. The list is there's a lot of people that have been there from the beginning and moved Swissbeatbox along. And yeah, keep subscribing, liking videos. The SBX kickback battle continues. Make sure you go and check it out. A heavy battle just went down between Zekit and Villain. I hope to go and figure out who you think won that battle. Go and comment on those. Next up, I'm looking for very much forward to the next battle. But first round starts tomorrow, so make sure that you go and be tuned in. And it's going to be dope. There's going to be more entertaining things happen here on Swissbeatbox. Tune in every Sunday. I'll be here, Scott Jackson, your host for Beyond the Beats. But one last time, ANTILT, thank you so much for joining me, brother. And keep those beats up, man. Keep spitting that fire. Big ups to everybody watching. Stay safe, stay happy. Call your friends and family. Tell them you love them. And yeah, keep those beatbox vibes going. Aside from that, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to sign out like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. And yeah, that's